Question 1. Which of the following is not an element of a valid insurance contract under Pennsylvania insurance law? A. Competent parties. B. Insurable interest. C. Consideration. D. Loss mitigation measures. Correct answer. D. Loss mitigation measures. Explanation. Under Pennsylvania insurance law, a valid contract requires the presence of competent parties, offer and acceptance, consideration, and a legal purpose. Competent parties means that both the insurer and insured must have the legal capacity to enter into the contract. Consideration refers to something of value exchanged, such as the premium in exchange for coverage. Insurable interest is necessary to ensure the insured has a legitimate stake in the risk covered. While loss mitigation measures, such as preventive actions, are important in managing risk, they are not a requirement for a contract's validity. Pennsylvania contract law enforces these specific elements to ensure that insurance contracts are enforceable and legally binding. Question 2. Thomas owns a commercial building in Pennsylvania that sustained fire damage due to a faulty electrical system. His property insurance policy has an 80% coinsurance clause. The building's replacement cost is $500,000, but Thomas insured it for only $300,000. If the fire cost $100,000 in damages, how much will Thomas's insurer pay? Assuming he meets all other conditions of the policy: A. $80,000, B. $75,000, C. $60,000, D. $50,000. Correct answer. B. $75,000. Explanation. Coinsurance clauses require policyholders to carry coverage equal to a specified percentage, in this case, 80% of the property's replacement value. Since Thomas insured his property for less than this requirement, he will face a penalty on his claim. The required insurance amount was 80% of $500,000 or $400,000. Thomas only insured for $300,000, so the coinsurance penalty applies as follows. Question 3. Ms. Rodriguez, a Pennsylvania resident, is reviewing her personal auto policy, PAP, and notices that it includes uninsured motorist coverage. A week later, she is involved in an accident where the other driver is at fault but has no insurance. Given this scenario, which of the following is the primary purpose of Ms. Rodriguez's uninsured motorist coverage? A. To pay for her injuries and vehicle damages, regardless of fault. B. To cover the medical expenses and vehicle damages caused by the uninsured driver. C. To reimburse her for any repairs the uninsured driver requests. D. To provide her with legal representation against the uninsured driver. Correct answer. B. To cover the medical expenses and vehicle damages caused by the uninsured driver. Explanation. In Pennsylvania, uninsured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy, PAP, is designed to protect the insured if the at-fault driver has no insurance. This coverage pays for the insured's medical expenses, lost wages, and potentially vehicle damages due to bodily injury caused by the uninsured driver. It does not pay if the insured is at fault. Answer A. Nor does it cover costs requested by the uninsured driver. Answer C. Additionally, while UM coverage can include some legal support, its main focus is reimbursement for the insured's damages and injuries. Pennsylvania's insurance regulations mandate that uninsured motorist coverage provides a safety net for drivers, ensuring compensation in cases where at-fault drivers lack insurance. Question 4. In Pennsylvania, an insurance policy may be voided if an applicant knowingly provides false information during the application process. Which of the following terms best describes this situation? A. Concealment. B. Warranty. C. Misrepresentation. D. Estoppel. Correct answer. C. Misrepresentation. Explanation. Misrepresentation occurs when an applicant provides false information with the intent to deceive. Pennsylvania law considers any intentional misrepresentation of material facts during the application process as grounds to void the policy. Concealment, answer A, refers to withholding information rather than providing false information. A warranty, answer B, is a statement guaranteed to be true, and estoppel, answer D, prevents a party from denying certain facts due to previous actions or statements. Under Pennsylvania insurance regulations, material misrepresentations affect the insurer's ability to accurately assess the risk, which is why they justify voiding a policy. Question 5. Under Pennsylvania's homeowners insurance policies, which of the following would not be covered under the additional coverages section? A. Debris removal after fire. B. Loss caused by war. C. Reasonable repairs to prevent further damage. D. Fire department service charges. Correct answer. B. Loss caused by war. Explanation. Pennsylvania homeowners insurance policies typically exclude coverage for losses caused by war. Additional coverages usually include items like debris removal, answer A, reasonable repairs to mitigate damage, answer C, and fire department service charges, answer D. War is a standard exclusion due to the unpredictable and large-scale nature of such losses, which are difficult for private insurers to cover. Question 6. In Pennsylvania, an insurance company offering a commercial general liability CGL policy would not typically cover which of the following types of damages? A. Personal injury resulting from false arrest. B. Advertising injury. C. Damage to the insured's own property. D. Bodily injury to a third party on the insured's premises. Correct answer. C. Damage to the insured's own property. Explanation. A commercial general liability (CGL) policy generally covers liabilities involving third-party bodily injury, personal injury, and advertising injury. However, it does not cover damage to the insured's own property. Answer C. That coverage would fall under a property insurance policy. Pennsylvania insurance law outlines this separation to ensure that liability policies focus on third-party risks, while property policies cover first-party, the insured's own losses. Question 7. Under Pennsylvania insurance regulations, which of the following best describes the purpose of a subrogation in an insurance contract? A. It allows the insurer to settle claims on behalf of the insured. B. It enables the insurer to recover payments from third parties responsible for the loss. C. It requires the insured to relinquish all rights in a claim to the insurer. D. It ensures the insurer shares in the insured's losses. Correct answer. B. It enables the insurer to recover payments from third parties responsible for the loss. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insurer to step into the shoes of the insured to pursue reimbursement from the third party responsible for the loss. This process helps prevent the insured from collecting twice and supports the principle that the party at fault should ultimately bear the cost. Pennsylvania insurance law endorses subrogation to help insurers recover costs from responsible third parties, thus controlling premium rates. Answers A, C, and D do not accurately describe subrogation's function in insurance. Question 8. Mr. Carter, a Pennsylvania resident, owns a restaurant that was forced to close for several weeks due to a fire. He has a business income coverage endorsement on his commercial property insurance policy. What will this endorsement typically cover during the period his restaurant is closed? A. Replacement of damaged restaurant equipment. B. Lost income and ongoing expenses. C. Repairs to the damaged property. D. Legal costs related to the fire incident. Correct answer. B. Lost income and ongoing expenses. Explanation. Business income coverage is designed to protect against loss of income and covers ongoing expenses such as rent and payroll, while the insured business is temporarily closed due to covered peril such as a fire. This endorsement helps businesses remain financially stable during periods of non-operation. Replacement of equipment, answer A, and repairs, answer C, would fall under property coverage, while legal costs, answer D, are generally not covered by business income insurance. Pennsylvania regulations recognize business income coverage as crucial for continuity in business operations following significant property loss. Question 9. In Pennsylvania, which of the following is typically required for an insurance policy to be legally enforceable? A. A detailed description of insured assets. B. A transfer of risk from the insured to the insurer. C. At least 2 endorsements. D. A signed waiver from the insured. Correct answer. B. A transfer of risk from the insured to the insurer. Explanation. For an insurance policy to be valid, it must involve a transfer of risk from the insured to the insurer, where the insurer agrees to cover specified losses under the policy. This is the core purpose of insurance contracts. While detailed descriptions of insured assets, answer A, can help clarify coverage, they are not required for enforceability. Endorsements, answer C, and signed waivers, answer D, are also not mandatory elements. Pennsylvania law upholds that the key purpose of insurance is the risk transfer process, with clear definitions of what risks are covered and under what conditions. Question 10. Which of the following is a primary reason that Pennsylvania insurance regulators require insurers to follow fair claims handling practices? A. To encourage rapid payment of all claims regardless of merit. B. To ensure claims are handled with promptness and transparency. C. To minimize the insured's responsibility to mitigate damages. D. To allow insurers full discretion in deciding which claims to pay. Correct answer. B. To ensure claims are handled with promptness and transparency. Explanation. Pennsylvania insurance regulators enforce fair claims handling practices to ensure that insurers manage claims promptly, transparently, and without unnecessary delay. This regulation aims to protect consumers, ensuring they receive timely and fair settlements for covered losses. It does not mandate that all claims be paid regardless of merit, answer A, nor does it relieve the insured of responsibility in mitigating damages, answer C. Additionally, insurers cannot exercise full discretion over claim payment, answer D, as they must comply with the terms of the policy and state regulations. Question 11. In a standard homeowner's insurance policy, which of the following perils is typically not covered under the basic policy form? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Earthquake. D. Vandalism. Correct answer. C. Earthquake. Explanation. Earthquake coverage is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies and often requires a separate endorsement or policy. Basic policy forms typically cover fire, theft, and vandalism. Earthquakes are considered high-risk events that require specialized coverage due to the potential for catastrophic loss. Question 12. Which of the following is an example of an indirect loss that may be covered under a property insurance policy? A. Fire damage to the insured's home. B. Loss of rental income due to a covered event. C. Theft of jewelry from the insured's home. D. Hail damage to the insured's car. Correct answer. B. Loss of rental income due to a covered event. Explanation. An indirect loss refers to the financial impact that results from an inability to use the insured property, such as lost rental income while the property is being repaired after. A covered loss, direct losses, answers A, C, and D involve physical damage or a loss to property. Question 13. In an insurance contract, which term refers to the insurer's right to assume the legal rights of the insured to recover losses from a third party? A. Indemnity. B. Subrogation. C. Assignment. D. Waiver. Correct answer. B. Subrogation. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insured to step into the shoes of the insured to pursue recovery from a third party responsible for the loss. This right helps insurers recoup some costs, reducing premiums. Indemnity, answer A, is the principle of making the insured whole. Assignment, answer C, transfers policy ownership, and waiver, answer D, is the voluntary relinquishment of a known right. Question 14. Which of the following statements best describes the concept of replacement cost coverage in property insurance? A. It reimburses the insured based on the depreciated value of the property. B. It pays the insured the cost to replace the damaged property with similar items. C. It provides an agreed upon amount regardless of actual repair costs. D. It covers the original purchase price of the damaged property. Correct answer. B. It pays the insured the cost to replace the damaged property with similar items. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage reimburses the insured for the cost of replacing damaged property with new items of like kind and quality without considering depreciation. Actual cash value, answer A, would account for depreciation, and the other options, answer C and D, do not accurately describe replacement cost. Question 15. Which type of insurance policy would provide coverage if a customer slips and falls in a business's retail store? A. Product liability insurance. B. Commercial auto insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Correct answer. C. General liability insurance. Explanation. General liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage claims arising from accidents on the insured's premises. A slip and fall incident in a retail store would be covered by this policy. Product liability, answer A, covers injuries due to products. Commercial auto, answer B, covers vehicles. And workers' compensation, answer D, covers employees. Question 16. In an insurance policy, which section specifies the duties of the insured and insurer in the event of a loss? A. Exclusions. B. Insuring agreement. C. Conditions. D. Declarations. Correct answer. C. Conditions. Explanation. The conditions section outlines the responsibilities of both the insured and insurer following a loss. It may include requirements for reporting claims, cooperating with investigations, and protecting damaged property. The exclusions section, answer A, lists perils not covered. The insuring agreement, answer B, defines coverage. And the declarations page, answer D, includes policy details like names and coverages. Question 17. An insured's auto policy has split limits of $50,000, $100,000, $25,000. What does the $100,000 represent? A. Maximum coverage for property damage per accident. B. Maximum bodily injury coverage per person. C. Maximum bodily injury coverage per accident. D. Maximum deductible for bodily injury. Correct answer. C. Maximum bodily injury coverage per accident. Explanation. In split limits, the second figure, $100,000, represents the maximum amount payable for bodily injury per accident, regardless of the number of people injured. The first figure, $50,000, is the limit per person for bodily injury, and the third, $25,000, is the property damage limit. Question 18. Which of the following best describes a binder in insurance? A. A temporary contract of insurance providing coverage until the policy is issued. B. The primary source of coverage for high-value property. C. A guarantee that the insurer will issue a policy regardless of risk. D. An endorsement that increases policy limits. Correct answer. A temporary contract of insurance providing coverage until the policy is issued. Explanation. A binder is a temporary agreement that provides immediate insurance coverage until the formal policy can be issued. It acts as a short-term proof of insurance, covering the insured against potential losses. Answers B, C, and D do not accurately describe the purpose or function of a binder. Question 19. In property insurance, which of the following terms refers to the concept that insurance should restore the insured to the same financial position as before the loss? A. Waiver. B. Indemnity. C. Reimbursement. D. Subrogation. Correct answer. B. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity ensures that insurance reimburses the insured only to the extent of their financial loss, preventing profit from a claim. This principle is foundational in property and casualty insurance to maintain fairness. Reimbursement, answer C, involves specific payments. Waiver, answer A, is the relinquishment of rights, and subrogation, answer D, allows the insurer to seek recovery from responsible third parties. Question 20. If an insured's home sustains damage from a covered peril, which of the following clauses might require the insured to repair or replace the property before receiving full reimbursement? A. Pro rata clause. B. Coinsurance clause. C. Deductible clause. D. Restoration clause. Correct answer. B. Coinsurance clause. Explanation. The coinsurance clause in a property policy often requires the insured to carry a certain percentage of the property's value as coverage. If this condition is not met, the insured may only receive a partial payout. To receive full reimbursement, the insured must generally comply with the coinsurance requirements, which may involve repairing or replacing damaged property. The other clauses listed do not relate to repair or replacement requirements in this way. Question 21. In Pennsylvania, an insurance company must provide how many days' notice before canceling a personal auto insurance policy for non-payment of premium? A. 10 days. B. 15 days. C. 30 days. D. 45 days. Correct answer. A. 10 days. Explanation. Under Pennsylvania law, insurers are required to provide a minimum of 10 days' notice before canceling a personal auto policy due to non-payment. This notice period ensures that policyholders are informed and have time to make payments to prevent a lapse in coverage. Question 22. According to Pennsylvania insurance regulations, what is the maximum penalty an insurance agent can face for misrepresentation in the sale of a policy? A. $500. B. $1,000. C. $5,000. D. $10,000. Correct answer. C. $5,000. Explanation. In Pennsylvania, misrepresentation by an insurance agent can result in a penalty of up to $5,000. This is intended to deter deceptive practices and protect consumers by holding agents accountable for providing accurate policy information. Question 23. In Pennsylvania, what type of auto insurance coverage is mandatory for all drivers? A. Comprehensive coverage. B. Liability coverage. C. Collision coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. B. Liability coverage. Explanation. Pennsylvania law mandates that all drivers carry liability insurance to cover bodily injury and property damage caused to others. This minimum requirement helps protect other road users by ensuring financial responsibility in case of accidents. Question 24. Under Pennsylvania law, what is the minimum liability limit for bodily injury coverage required per person in an auto insurance policy? A. $10,000. B. $15,000. C. $20,000. D. $25,000. Correct answer. B. $15,000. Explanation. Pennsylvania requires a minimum liability limit of $15,000 per person for bodily injury coverage. This minimum helps ensure that accident victims receive some compensation for injuries, though drivers may choose higher limits for greater protection. Question 25. In Pennsylvania, the FAIR Plan provides insurance coverage to individuals who have difficulty obtaining property insurance. Which of the following types of coverage does the FAIR Plan typically provide? A. Life insurance. B. Health insurance. C. Homeowners insurance. D. Auto insurance. Correct answer. C. Homeowners insurance. Explanation. The Pennsylvania FAIR Plan provides homeowners insurance to individuals who are unable to secure coverage in the regular market due to factors like location or past claims history. It is part of an effort to ensure access to essential property insurance for all residents. Question 26. According to Pennsylvania law, when an insurance policy is being renewed, how many days advance notice must the insurer provide to the insured? A. 10 days. B. 30 days. C. 45 days. D. 60 days. Correct answer. C. 45 days. Explanation. In Pennsylvania, insurers must provide at least 45 days notice before renewing an insurance policy. This advance notice allows the insured ample time to review the renewal terms and make any necessary changes. Question 27. Which of the following types of coverage would be required to cover damage to an insured's vehicle caused by a flood in Pennsylvania? A. Collision coverage. B. Liability coverage. C. Personal injury protection. D. Comprehensive coverage. Correct answer. D. Comprehensive coverage. Explanation. In Pennsylvania, comprehensive coverage is necessary to protect against vehicle damage from non-collision events such as floods. Collision coverage only applies to accidents with other vehicles or objects, while liability coverage covers damages to others. Question 28. In Pennsylvania, an insured homeowner's policy will typically exclude which of the following perils? A. Fire. B. Windstorm. C. Earthquake. D. Theft. Correct answer. C. Earthquake. Explanation. Homeowners' policies in Pennsylvania typically exclude earthquake damage, which requires an additional endorsement or separate policy. Standard homeowners insurance usually covers fire, windstorm, and theft. Question 29. What is the primary purpose of the Pennsylvania Assigned Risk Plan in auto insurance? A. To provide insurance for high-value vehicles. B. To insure individuals with clean driving records. C. To offer coverage to high-risk drivers who cannot obtain insurance elsewhere. D. To provide comprehensive coverage for luxury cars. Correct answer. C. To offer coverage to high-risk drivers who cannot obtain insurance elsewhere. Explanation. The Pennsylvania Assigned Risk Plan provides auto insurance to drivers who are unable to secure coverage in the voluntary market due to a high-risk status. This ensures that all drivers have access to the legally required liability insurance. Question 30. In Pennsylvania, What is the minimum amount of property damage liability coverage required on an auto insurance policy? A. $5,000. B. $10,000. C. $15,000. D. $25,000. Correct answer: A. $5,000. Explanation: Pennsylvania law mandates a minimum property damage liability limit of $5,000 on auto insurance policies. This coverage helps protect other motorists and property owners by covering the cost of damages caused by the insured driver. Question 31. What is typically covered under coverage B? Other structures in a homeowner's insurance policy. A. The main dwelling and attached garage. B. Detached structures on the property, such as a shed or fence. C. Personal belongings within the dwelling. D. Additional living expenses after loss. Correct answer: B. Detached structures on the property, such as a shed or fence. Explanation: Coverage B. Other structures applies to structures on the insured property that are detached from the main dwelling, such as sheds, fences, and detached garages. Separation from dwelling coverage. Coverage applies to the main structure, while coverage B covers standalone buildings. Limit of coverage. Coverage B is often capped at a percentage of the coverage limit, typically 10%. Question 32. Under a personal auto policy, PAP, which of the following is excluded from liability coverage? A. Accidents involving a rental car. B. Damage caused while using a vehicle for business purposes. C. Injury caused to others while the insured is driving their own vehicle. D. Property damage caused by the insured's vehicle. Correct answer: B. Damage caused while using a vehicle for business purposes. Explanation: A personal auto policy, PAP, typically excludes liability coverage for vehicles used for business purposes. Separate commercial auto insurance is usually required for business-related vehicle use. Purpose of exclusion: Personal policies are not designed for the increased risks associated with business use. Common exemptions: Many PAPs exclude business use, delivery services, and commercial operations. Question 33. In a business owner's policy, BOP, what is the purpose of business income coverage? A. To cover property damages caused by a covered peril. B. To cover payroll expenses for employees. C. To cover the loss of income resulting from a covered loss. D. To cover personal property losses. Correct answer: C. To cover the loss of income resulting from a covered loss. Explanation: Business income coverage under a BOP provides compensation for lost income when a business cannot operate due to covered property loss, helping the business maintain financial stability. What is covered? Covers net income lost and ongoing expenses during the business's downtime. Separate from property damage. It's distinct from physical repairs or property replacement. It focuses on revenue loss. Question 34. Which of the following statements about umbrella liability insurance is correct? A. It only applies to homeowners' policies. B. It only covers specific named perils. C. It provides additional liability coverage beyond underlying policies. D. It eliminates the need for any other liability insurance. Correct answer: C. It provides additional liability coverage beyond underlying policies. Explanation: Umbrella liability insurance offers extra liability coverage over and above the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as homeowners or auto insurance, providing broader protection. Scope of coverage: extends to legal fees, judgments, and settlements for covered losses. Purpose of umbrella insurance: it acts as a financial safety net, protecting against substantial liability claims. Question 35. In a commercial general liability CGL policy, the product's completed operations aggregate limit covers A. Damage to the insured's own product. B. Bodily injury or property damage caused after a product is sold or a job is completed. C. Advertising injury during the policy period. D. Business income losses due to product failure. Correct answer: B. Bodily injury or property damage caused after a product is sold or a job is completed. Explanation: The product's completed operations aggregate limit under a CGL policy covers claims arising from bodily injury or property damage caused by the insured's products or work after they are out of the insured's control or completed. Distinction from general aggregate limit. The product's completed operations aggregate limit is separate and specifically for these types of claims. Purpose: protects businesses against liability after work where products leave their possession. Question 36. Which type of property valuation in a property insurance policy reimburses the policyholder based on the item's cost at the time of loss minus depreciation? A. Agreed value. B. Replacement cost. C. Actual cash value. D. Stated amount. Correct answer: C. Actual cash value. Explanation: actual cash value (ACV) reimburses the policyholder for the item's depreciated value, representing its current worth, rather than the cost to replace it with a new item. Difference from replacement cost. Replacement cost covers the full price to replace with a new item without depreciation. Purpose of ACV. ACV provides more affordable premiums but requires out-of-pocket expenses for replacing items. Question 37. What type of endorsement might be added to a homeowner's policy to cover valuable personal property, such as jewelry or fine art, beyond the standard policy limits? A. Inflation guard endorsement. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Additional residence rented to others endorsement. D. Business pursuits endorsement. Correct answer: B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. Explanation: a scheduled personal property endorsement allows the policyholder to list high-value items individually, providing specific coverage beyond the standard policy limits for items like jewelry, fine art, or collectibles. Purpose of scheduling: ensures adequate coverage for valuable items that may exceed regular policy limits. Benefit: scheduled items are covered for a broader range of risks than typically covered under personal property limits. Question 38. Which of the following is true regarding medical payments coverage in a commercial general liability (CGL) policy? A. It covers medical expenses for employees injured on the job. B. It provides limited no-fault medical payments for injuries to third parties on the business premises. C. It covers the cost of defending the insured against medical claims. D. It pays for punitive damages awarded in a liability lawsuit. Correct answer: B. It provides limited no-fault medical payments for injuries to third parties on the business premises. Explanation: medical payments coverage in a CGL policy covers reasonable medical expenses for third parties injured on the insured's premises or as a result of their business operations, without determining fault. Scope: this coverage is intended to handle minor injuries and avoid litigation. Exclusions: does not apply to employees, as they are typically covered under workers' compensation. Question 39. In inland marine insurance, contractors' equipment floater provides coverage for A. Buildings and structures on the job site. B. Tools and machinery used by contractors while on job sites. C. General liability for contractors. D. Loss of income if equipment is damaged. Correct answer: B. Tools and machinery used by contractors while on job sites. Explanation: a contractor's equipment floater insures tools, equipment, and machinery that contractors use on various job sites, providing protection from theft, damage, and other risks. Purpose: covers portable and movable equipment used across locations, which may not be covered by a standard property policy. Flexibility: ideal for contractors who frequently move equipment between sites. Question 40. What is the purpose of coinsurance in a commercial property policy? A. To limit the maximum payout on a claim. B. To encourage policyholders to insure their property to its full value. C. To provide coverage only for specific types of losses. D. To reduce premiums by offering limited coverage. Correct answer: B. To encourage policyholders to insure their property to its full value. Explanation: coinsurance is a clause requiring the insured to maintain coverage at a specified percentage of the property's value, typically 80-90%. If the policyholder underinsures, they may face a penalty at claim time. Purpose of coinsurance clause: ensures property owners buy adequate coverage, helping avoid major financial gaps in case of a loss, penalty for noncompliance. If the insured does not meet the coinsurance requirement, they may receive a reduced payout. Question 41. Under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, which of the following is excluded from coverage? A. Structural damage to a residence. B. Personal property located in the basement. C. Replacement cost for the main structure. D. Losses caused by a mudflow. Correct answer. B. Personal property located in the basement. Explanation. The NFIP excludes coverage for personal property located in basements. While the structure and some systems like utilities may be covered, items such as furniture and personal belongings in basements are typically not covered. Scope of NFIP focuses on flood-related structural damage and certain essential systems, not all personal belongings. Reason for exclusion: basements are particularly prone to flooding, so coverage is limited. Question 42. In workers' compensation insurance, which of the following benefits is provided to employees for work-related injuries? A. Punitive damages for pain and suffering. B. Lost wages and medical expenses. C. Disability income unrelated to the workplace injury. D. Coverage for injuries caused by intoxication. Correct answer. B. Lost wages and medical expenses. Explanation. Workers' compensation provides medical expenses and lost wage benefits for employees injured on the job, regardless of fault, but generally excludes injuries caused by intoxication. Scope of coverage: covers medical care, disability benefits, rehabilitation, and lost wages. Exclusions: excludes coverage for self-inflicted injuries, intoxication, and injuries unrelated to work. Question 43. What is the main purpose of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA? In the context of insurance underwriting: A. To prevent insurers from using credit reports for underwriting. B. To regulate how insurers collect, store, and share applicants' personal data. C. To allow consumers to dispute incorrect information on their credit reports. D. To require insurers to share credit report findings with applicants. Correct answer. C. To allow consumers to dispute incorrect information on their credit reports. Explanation. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, grants consumers the right to view and dispute information in their credit reports, which insurers may use during underwriting to assess risk and determine premiums. FCRA provisions protects consumer rights regarding the accuracy of credit information. Insurance implications: insurers must obtain permission to pull credit reports and inform applicants of adverse decisions based on credit data. Question 44. Which commercial auto policy endorsement provides coverage for liability arising from employees using their personal vehicles for business purposes? A. Drive other car, dock, coverage. B. Employee as insured endorsement. C. Hired auto and non-owned auto liability coverage. D. Named driver exclusion endorsement. Correct answer. C. Hired auto and non-owned auto liability coverage. Explanation. Hired auto and non-owned auto liability coverage under a commercial auto policy covers the business for liability when employees use personal vehicles for work-related tasks. Purpose: protects businesses from liability arising from employees using non-owned vehicles. Common usage: important for businesses without a dedicated vehicle fleet. Question 45. Which type of insurance would best cover the legal liability of a company for injuries caused by a product it manufactured? A. Inland marine insurance. B. Product liability insurance. C. Business income insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Correct answer. B. Product liability insurance. Explanation. Product liability insurance covers a business for claims of injury or damage caused by its products. This coverage is essential for manufacturers, distributors, and retailers. Coverage scope: protects against legal liability due to product defects, inadequate warnings, or unsafe designs. Significance for manufacturers: essential to mitigate financial risks associated with product-related lawsuits. Question 46. Which of the following describes the purpose of the liberalization clause in a property insurance policy? A. To reduce premiums if no claims are filed. B. To increase the insured's deductible without a premium change. C. To automatically apply broader coverage changes to existing policies. D. To restrict coverage changes until the policy renewal day. Correct answer. C. To automatically apply broader coverage changes to existing policies. Explanation. The liberalization clause allows any beneficial coverage changes introduced by the insurer during the policy period to apply automatically to current policies without an increase in premium. Advantage for policyholders. Ensures policyholders benefit from improved terms without needing to renew. Restrictions. Only applies to coverage enhancements, not reductions. Question 47. In a business income coverage form, what is typically excluded from coverage? A. Lost revenue during the period of restoration. B. Payroll expenses for employees. C. Extra expenses to reduce downtime. D. Losses due to a utility service interruption off premises. Correct answer. D. Losses due to utility service interruption off premises. Explanation. Standard business income coverage excludes losses resulting from utility service interruptions that occur off premises unless an endorsement for utility services is added. Reason for exclusion. Off-premises utility issues are outside the insured's control and often require specialized coverage. Optional endorsement. Utility services coverage can be added to address this gap. Question 48. Which of the following statements about the coinsurance clause in property insurance is true? A. It requires the insured to pay a portion of all claims, regardless of coverage amount. B. It encourages policyholders to insure property for less than its actual value. C. It requires the insured to carry insurance equal to a specified percentage of the property value. D. It increases the deductible on all property losses. Correct answer. C. It requires the insured to carry insurance equal to a specified percentage of the property value. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires policyholders to insure a specified percentage, usually 80-90%, of their property's value. Failure to meet this threshold can result in a penalty, reducing the payout on partial losses. Purpose. Ensures adequate coverage relative to property value. Penalty for noncompliance. Partial payment based on the insured-to-value ratio. Question 49. What is the primary purpose of errors and omissions? EO. Insurance for a real estate agent. A. To cover property damage in the agent's office. B. To protect against liability for providing negligent professional advice. C. To insure the agent's own home against physical damage. D. To cover liability for accidental injuries at a property listing. Correct answer. B. To protect against liability for providing negligent professional advice. Explanation. Errors and omissions. EO. Insurance provides liability coverage for real estate agents and other professionals against claims of negligence, errors, or omissions made while providing professional services. Scope of coverage. Includes mistakes or failure to perform services as expected. Importance for professionals. Helps mitigate financial risks from client lawsuits over professional services. Question 50. Which of the following best describes contingent business interruption coverage? A. Covers income losses if the insured's own property is damaged. B. Covers income losses caused by damage to a supplier or customer's property. C. Provides coverage for loss of market value of goods. D. Covers additional expenses incurred to continue business operations. Correct answer. B. Covers income losses caused by damage to a supplier or customer's property. Explanation. Contingent business interruption coverage protects businesses against income loss when a third party, like a supplier or key customer, experiences property damage that affects the insured's business operations. Scope. Extends business income coverage beyond the insured's own property. Typical use cases: manufacturing reliant on specific suppliers or businesses with essential partnerships. Question 51. Which type of insurance policy is designed specifically to cover high-value items like jewelry, art, and collectibles with a value exceeding standard policy limits? A. Personal liability umbrella policy. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Inland marine policy. D. Commercial general liability policy. Correct answer. C. Inland marine policy. Explanation. An inland marine policy provides coverage for high-value, portable items that are often excluded or limited under standard homeowners policy. This policy is particularly useful for insuring valuable personal property, especially if it is mobile or frequently transported. Additional protection offers broader coverage than standard homeowners policy limits. Example of covered items: jewelry, fine art, collectibles, and valuable documents. Question 52. Under an occurrence-based commercial general liability (CGL) policy, which of the following must be true for a claim to be covered? A. The policy must be in force at the time the claim is reported. B. The policy must be active when the incident occurred, regardless of when the claim is reported. C. The incident and claim must both happen within the policy period. D. The policy must be renewed every year for ongoing claims coverage. Correct answer. B. The policy must be active when the incident occurred, regardless of when the claim is reported. Explanation. An occurrence-based policy covers claims for incidents that happened during the policy period, even if the claim is reported after the policy has ended, as long as the occurrence took place while the policy was active. Claims reporting flexibility covers incidents that may arise or be reported years later. Benefit for policyholders provides long-term protection for past incidents. Question 53. What is the purpose of the right of subrogation in property insurance? A. To allow the insurer to cancel a policy at any time. B. To permit the insurer to collect a deductible from the insured after a claim. C. To enable the insurer to recover claim payments from a third party responsible for the loss. D. To allow the insured to transfer their policy to another person. Correct answer. C. To enable the insurer to recover claim payments from a third party responsible for the loss. L. Explanation. Subrogation allows the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for causing a loss after they have compensated the insured. This right helps the insurer recoup losses and maintain lower premiums. Application in claims. Insurers step into the shoes of the insured to pursue recovery. Example. An insurer may seek compensation from a negligent party after paying the insured for damages. Question 54. Under the business owner's policy, BOP, what type of coverage is provided for business interruption? A. Replacement cost for lost inventory. B. Reimbursement for loss of income and extra expenses. C. Increased limits on building damage claims. D. Automatic replacement of essential equipment. Correct answer. B. Reimbursement for loss of income and extra expenses. Explanation. Business owners' policies typically include business interruption insurance, which reimburses for lost income and extra expenses incurred to minimize downtime following a covered loss. Purpose of coverage aims to help businesses continue operating after a disruption. Examples of covered expenses: temporary rental costs, lost revenue, and additional operational expenses. Question 55. Which of the following accurately describes coinsurance requirements in commercial property insurance? A. It requires the insured to pay a penalty on all claims regardless of property value. B. It encourages policyholders to insure their property for a percentage of its replacement cost. C. It applies only if the insured purchases less than $50,000 of coverage. D. It allows the insured to underinsure property without any penalty. Correct answer. B. It encourages policyholders to insure their property for a percentage of its replacement cost. Explanation. Coinsurance provisions in commercial property insurance require the insured to carry coverage for a specified percentage, often 80–90% of the property's replacement cost to avoid penalties in the event of a claim. Penalty for noncompliance. A reduced claim payout if coverage is inadequate. Encouragement of adequate insurance helps maintain sufficient protection relative to the property's value. Question 56. What is the main purpose of professional liability insurance for consultants? A. To cover claims of bodily injury and property damage. B. To protect against errors, omissions, or negligent advice given by the consultant. C. To insure against losses due to fire or theft. D. To cover employee injuries. Correct answer. B. To protect against errors, omissions, or negligent advice given by the consultant. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, or errors and omissions insurance, is essential for consultants as it protects against claims arising from errors, omissions, or professional negligence in their services. Coverage scope includes financial losses suffered by clients due to consultant errors. Common industries, legal, consulting, and accounting professionals frequently carry this coverage. Question 57. In a homeowner's insurance policy, which type of coverage would cover additional living expenses if the home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered loss? A. Coverage A. Dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Correct answer. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Explanation. Coverage D in a homeowner's insurance policy provides for additional living expenses if the insured must temporarily relocate due to covered peril rendering the home uninhabitable. Examples of covered expenses: hotel bills, dining expenses, and other temporary housing costs. Scope aims to minimize disruption to the policyholder's lifestyle during repairs. Question 58. Under a commercial general liability CGL policy, which of the following is excluded from coverage? A. Bodily injury caused by the insured's product. B. Property damage to the insured's own product due to a defect. C. Bodily injury to a customer on the insured's premises. D. Property damage caused by a completed operation. Correct answer. B. Property damage to the insured's own product due to a defect. Explanation. CGL policies exclude coverage for damage to the insured's own product if the damage arises from a defect or poor workmanship. This exclusion ensures that CGL policies are used for third-party injuries or property damage only. Purpose of exclusion. Avoid insuring against poor quality work. Implication for insureds. Separate coverage such as product liability may be needed. Question 59. Which of the following best describes the purpose of umbrella insurance? A. To provide health insurance for unexpected medical expenses. B. To offer primary coverage for auto and home liabilities. C. To provide excess liability coverage above underlying policies. D. To replace standard liability insurance policies. Correct answer. C. To provide excess liability coverage above underlying policies. Explanation. Umbrella insurance acts as a secondary layer of liability protection above the limits of underlying policies like home or auto insurance. It activates when primary policy limits are exhausted. Protection for large claims. Covers additional liability in significant incidents. Policy structure. Typically requires underlying policies with specific liability limits. Question 60. Which of the following is a primary feature of the claims-made liability policy? A. Covers incidents that occurred while the policy was in force, regardless of when reported. B. Only covers incidents reported while the policy is active and were also incurred during that time. C. Continues to provide coverage indefinitely for any claims made in the future. D. Extends coverage only to the first year of a business's operation. Correct answer. B. Only covers incidents reported while the policy is active and were also incurred during that time. Explanation. Claims-made liability policies cover incidents reported during the policy period that also occurred within that time, with the possibility of extended reporting periods if purchased. Scope of coverage. Requires both occurrence and reporting to fall within the policy period. Commonly used in professional liability insurance, where claims might arise after services are provided. Question 61. What is the primary purpose of the grace period in an insurance policy? A. To allow the insurer extra time to process claims. B. To give the policyholder additional time to pay a premium without losing coverage. C. To provide a time frame for policy adjustments by the insurer. D. To extend the policy coverage period by 1 month. Correct answer. B. To give the policyholder additional time to pay a premium without losing coverage. Explanation. A grace period allows a policyholder to make a premium payment after the due date without facing immediate policy cancellation. This provision helps ensure that coverage continues while the insured addresses the payment. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the purpose of the grace period. Question 62. In the context of property insurance, what does the term replacement cost refer to? A. The current market value of the property. B. The cost to replace damaged property without considering depreciation. C. The insured amount stated in the policy, regardless of actual costs. D. The value of the property after subtracting the deductible. Correct answer. B. The cost to replace damaged property without considering depreciation. Explanation. Replacement cost is the amount needed to replace damaged property with a new item of similar kind and quality without deducting for depreciation. This ensures the policyholder can restore their property to its original state. Options A, C, and D misrepresent the replacement cost concept. Question 63. Which type of auto insurance coverage pays for the repair of an insured's vehicle in the event of a collision regardless of fault? A. Liability coverage. B. Collision coverage. C. Comprehensive coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. B. Collision coverage. Explanation. Collision coverage pays for the repair or replacement of the insured's vehicle following a collision with another vehicle or object, regardless of fault. Liability coverage, option A, covers damage to others. Comprehensive coverage, option C, applies to non-collision events. And uninsured motorist coverage, option D, covers injuries and damages caused by uninsured drivers. Question 64. Why is an endorsement added to an insurance policy? A. To extend the policy term automatically. B. To provide additional coverage or modify the terms of the policy. C. To exclude certain types of losses from coverage. D. To reduce the premium payment required. Correct answer. B. To provide additional coverage or modify the terms of the policy. Explanation. An endorsement, or rider, is used to amend or add coverage to an existing insurance policy. It allows policyholders to tailor their policy to fit specific needs, such as adding a valuable item or modifying conditions. Options A, C, and D do not reflect the purpose of endorsements. Question 65. What is the main function of liability insurance? A. To cover damage to the insured's property. B. To cover injuries or damages the insured causes to third parties. C. To pay for routine maintenance of the insured's vehicle or home. D. To provide a refund of the insurance premium at the end of the policy term. Correct answer. B. To cover injuries or damages the insured causes to third parties. Explanation. Liability insurance protects the insured from financial loss due to injuries or property damage they may cause to others. This ensures that the insured can compensate affected third parties without bearing the full financial burden. Options A, C, and D misrepresent the role of liability insurance. Question 66. Which of the following best describes coinsurance = property insurance policy? A. The sharing of risk between two insurers on a single policy. B. A penalty applied for underinsuring a property. C. An agreement that pays for all claims without any deductible. D. The splitting of premium payments between the insured and the insurer. Correct answer. B. A penalty applied for underinsuring a property. Explanation. Coinsurance is a clause that requires the policyholder to insure their property to a certain percentage of its value, typically 80% or more. If the property is underinsured, the insured may face a penalty when filing a claim. Options A, C, and D are not accurate descriptions of coinsurance. Question 67. What type of life insurance policy accumulates cash value over time? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Accidental death insurance. D. Variable annuity insurance. Correct answer. B. Whole life insurance. Explanation. Whole life insurance policies provide lifetime coverage and include a cash value component that accumulates over time. Term life insurance, option A, does not build cash value. Accidental death insurance, option C, provides a payout only for accidental deaths. And variable annuity insurance, option D, is an investment product with different features. Question 68. Which of the following is typically an OT covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Fire damage to the insured's home. B. Theft of personal belongings inside the home. C. Flood damage from rising water. D. Windstorm damage. Correct answer. C. Flood damage from rising water. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies do not cover flood damage. Flood coverage must be purchased as a separate policy or through specialized endorsements. Fire, theft, and windstorm damage, options A, B, and D, are commonly covered perils in standard policies. Question 69. What is an example of a peril that comprehensive auto insurance typically covers? A. Damage from a car accident with another vehicle. B. A tree falling on the insured's car during a storm. C. Damages due to driving over a pothole. D. Liability for injuries to another driver. Correct answer. B. A tree falling on the insured's car during a storm. Explanation. Comprehensive auto insurance covers damages not related to collisions, such as natural disasters, vandalism, or theft. Option. It describes collision coverage. Option C may fall under collision coverage, and option D refers to liability insurance. Question 70. In health insurance, what does the term out-of-pocket maximum mean? A. The maximum amount the insurer will pay for a claim. B. The total expenses the insured must pay before the policy covers anything. C. The maximum amount an insured pays for covered services in a policy period before the insurer covers 100% of the remaining costs. D. The amount an insured pays for non-covered services. Correct answer. C. The maximum amount an insured pays for covered services in a policy period before the insurer covers 100% of the remaining costs. Explanation. The out-of-pocket maximum limits how much the insured will spend on deductibles, copayments, and coinsurance for covered services in a policy year. Once reached, the insurer covers 100% of additional covered expenses. Options A, B, and D do not accurately define this term. Question 71. What is the primary purpose of an insurance deductible? A. To increase the total coverage amount provided by the insurer. B. To reduce the premium paid by the policyholder. C. To share the cost of a claim between the insurer and the policyholder. D. To extend the length of the policy coverage period. Correct answer. C. To share the cost of a claim between the insurer and the policyholder. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the insurer covers the remaining cost of a claim. It ensures that the policyholder shares in the risk, helping to deter small, frequent claims. Options A, B, and D do not describe the purpose of a deductible. Question 72. Which of the following best describes the actual cash value in an insurance policy? A. The cost to replace an item minus depreciation. B. The replacement cost without any deductions. C. The highest amount the insurer will pay in a claim. D. The appraised value of the property at the time of sale. Correct answer. A. The cost to replace an item minus depreciation. Explanation. Actual cash value, ACV, represents the replacement cost of an item minus depreciation, reflecting its current value rather than the original purchase or replacement cost. Options B, C, and D do not accurately define ACV. Question 73. In which situation would uninsured motorist coverage apply? A. When the insured hits an animal on the road. B. When the insured causes damage to another driver's car. C. When the insured is involved in an accident with an at-fault driver who lacks sufficient insurance. D. When the insured's car is stolen. Correct answer. C. When the insured is involved in an accident with an at-fault driver who lacks sufficient insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage protects the policyholder if they are in an accident caused by another driver who either has no insurance or insufficient coverage. Options A, B, and D do not describe situations covered by uninsured motorist insurance. Question 74. What is the primary benefit of purchasing an umbrella insurance policy? A. It lowers the cost of the policyholder's primary insurance policies. B. It provides comprehensive coverage for all types of incidents. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the underlying policies. D. It insures against property damage only. Correct answer. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the underlying policies. Explanation. Umbrella insurance extends the liability coverage limits of home, auto, and other personal insurance policies, providing extra protection against large claims or lawsuits. Options A, B, and D do not correctly explain the purpose of umbrella insurance. Question 75. What does a policy's declarations page typically include? A. A list of excluded perils. B. Information on how to file a claim. C. The names of the insured, policy limits, and premium amount. D. A detailed description of how claims are processed. Correct answer. C. The names of the insured, policy limits, and premium amount. Explanation. The declarations page is an overview of key policy details, including the names of the insured, coverage limits, premium amount, and effective policy dates. Options A, B, and D cover other sections or documents of the policy, not the declarations page. Question 76. Which of the following is an OTA factor used by insurers to determine auto insurance premiums? A, the policyholder's driving history. B, the policyholder's age and gender. C, the color of the policyholder's car. D, the policyholder's location and type of vehicle. Correct answer. C, the color of the policyholder's car. Explanation. Insurers consider factors like driving history, age, gender, location, and the type of vehicle when determining auto insurance premiums. However, the color of a car is not typically used as a factor in premium calculations. Options A, B, and D are valid underwriting considerations. Question 77. What type of insurance policy would cover an injury to a guest at the policyholder's home? A, collision insurance. B, liability coverage under a homeowner's insurance policy. C, comprehensive auto insurance. D, personal property coverage. Correct answer. B, liability coverage under a homeowner's insurance policy. Explanation. Liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy covers injuries to guests or visitors on the insured's property. This protection ensures that the policyholder can cover medical expenses or legal fees associated with such incidents. Options A, C, and D are unrelated to this type of coverage. Question 78. What does bodily injury liability insurance cover in an auto policy? A, damages to the insured's vehicle. B, medical expenses and lost wages for others injured by the insured. C, comprehensive coverage for damages unrelated to accidents. D, the repair of pothole damage to the insured's car. Correct answer. B, medical expenses and lost wages for others injured by the insured. Explanation. Bodily injury liability covers the medical expenses and lost wages of third parties injured in an accident where the insured is at fault. Helps protect the insured from financial liability related to these damages. Options A, C, and D do not describe bodily injury liability coverage. Question 79. Why might someone consider purchasing a rider for their homeowner's insurance policy? A, to avoid having a deductible on claims. B, to gain additional coverage for items not fully covered by the base policy. C, to reduce the overall premium of the policy. D, to ensure their property taxes are covered. Correct answer. B, to gain additional coverage for items not fully covered by the base policy. Explanation. A rider or endorsement provides extra coverage for valuable items or specific situations that may not be adequately covered under the standard policy terms. Options A, C, and D do not correctly describe the purpose of an insurance rider. Question 80. What is the difference between open perils and named perils policies? A, open perils policies cover only specific losses, while named perils cover all losses. B, named perils policies cover only specified events, while open perils cover all events not specifically excluded. C, open perils policies require higher deductibles than named perils. D, named perils policies are only applicable to life insurance. Correct answer. B, named perils policies cover only specified events, while open perils cover all events not specifically excluded. Explanation. A named perils policy only covers losses caused by events explicitly listed in the policy, while an open perils policy covers all events except those specifically excluded. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe the differences between these types of policies. Question 81. In North Dakota, which type of auto insurance coverage is mandatory for all drivers? A, collision coverage. B, personal injury protection, PIP. C, bodily injury liability coverage. D, comprehensive coverage. Correct answer. C, bodily injury liability coverage. Explanation. North Dakota requires all drivers to carry bodily injury liability coverage, which helps cover expenses related to injuries caused to others in an accident. While personal injury protection is also important, collision and comprehensive coverages are not mandatory by state law. Question 82. What is one major benefit of having replacement cost coverage on a homeowner's insurance policy in North Dakota? A. It only covers the cost of labor for repairs. B. It pays the current market value of damaged items. C. It covers the cost of replacing items without depreciation deductions. D. It requires higher deductibles compared to actual cash value. Correct answer. C. It covers the cost of replacing items without depreciation deductions. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage ensures that the policyholder receives the amount necessary to replace damaged items at today's prices without accounting for depreciation. Options A, B, and D do not accurately describe the benefits of replacement cost coverage. Question 83. Which type of coverage would protect a policyholder if a storm causes roof damage to their North Dakota home? A. Personal liability. B. Dwelling coverage. C. Personal property coverage. D. Loss of use. Correct answer. B. Dwelling coverage. Explanation. Dwelling coverage is part of a homeowner's insurance policy that pays for damage to the structure of the home, including the roof, caused by covered perils such as storms. Options A, C, and D pertain to other areas of coverage not related to the structure itself. Question 84. What is the primary function of the North Dakota Insurance Department? A. To provide insurance policies to state residents. B. To oversee and regulate the insurance industry within the state. C. To set insurance premiums for all insurers. D. To offer financial assistance to insured individuals. Correct answer. B. To oversee and regulate the insurance industry within the state. Explanation. The North Dakota Insurance Department's primary function is to regulate and oversee the insurance industry to ensure compliance with state laws and to protect consumers. Options A, C, and D do not describe the department's primary role. Question 85. In North Dakota, uninsured motorist coverage is designed to protect policyholders in which situation? A. When the policyholder causes an accident. B. When the policyholder's car is stolen. C. When the policyholder is involved in an accident with an at-fault driver who does not have insurance. D. When the policyholder experiences mechanical failure. Correct answer. C. When the policyholder is involved in an accident with an at-fault driver who does not have insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage provides protection if the policyholder is in an accident with a driver who lacks insurance or cannot be identified, ensuring they can recover damages. Options A, B, and D are not situations covered by uninsured motorist coverage. Question 86. What does loss of use coverage typically reimburse in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. Repairs to damaged items. B. Legal fees after a liability lawsuit. C. Additional living expenses when the home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. D. Replacement of personal property lost during a move. Correct answer. C. Additional living expenses when the home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. Explanation. Loss of use coverage pays for additional living expenses such as hotel bills or restaurant meals if the insured's home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril. Options A, B, and D are unrelated to loss of use coverage. Question 87. Which of the following is not a typical exclusion in homeowners insurance policies? A. Flood damage. B. Fire damage. C. Earthquake damage. D. Maintenance-related wear and tear. Correct answer. B. Fire damage. Explanation. Fire damage is typically covered by standard homeowners insurance policies. Flood and earthquake damages, as well as maintenance-related wear and tear, are common exclusions that usually require separate policies or endorsements. Question 88. Why might a North Dakota resident choose to purchase additional flood insurance? A. Standard homeowners policies do not cover flood damage. B. Flood insurance is required by law for all properties. C. It reduces the premium of the homeowner's main insurance policy. D. It covers losses from wind damage. Correct answer. A. Standard homeowners policies do not cover flood damage. Explanation. Most standard homeowners insurance policies exclude flood damage, so residents may need to purchase separate flood insurance to protect their property. Options B, C, and D do not accurately describe the reason for buying flood insurance. Question 89. In North Dakota, what is the primary benefit of personal liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. It covers the cost of new furniture if damaged by a covered peril. B. It pays for additional living expenses when the home is uninhabitable. C. It protects against lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage for which the policyholder is responsible. D. It reimburses the policyholder for lost income due to home repairs. Correct answer. C. It protects against lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage for which the policyholder is responsible. Explanation. Personal liability coverage in a homeowner's policy protects the insured from financial loss if they are legally responsible for someone else's injury or property damage. Options A, B, and D are not the main purposes of personal liability coverage. Question 90. Which statement is true about the grace period in an insurance policy? A. It is the period during which an insurer can cancel a policy without notification. B. It is the time during which coverage continues after a missed premium payment. C. It is the time frame when no claims can be filed after a policy starts. D. It is the duration before a claim can be processed after filing. Correct answer. B. It is the time during which coverage continues after a missed premium payment. Explanation. A grace period allows the policyholder to make a late payment while maintaining coverage. If the payment is not made within this period, the policy may lapse. Options A, C, and D do not accurately describe a grace period in insurance terms.